Hi, it's me, Benjamin, from the Poe-Cast. Actually, this is an episode of the Poe-Cast-ish. Christopher and I, well, I'll introduce it. Christopher and I were talking about the ideas of how, well, our episodes aren't coming out quite as fast as we want. And I also wanted to do some video episodes. So we both decided it'd be very interesting if we had our regular Poe-Cast, which is when Christopher and I get together and all you hear are our voices talking to each other about nerdy things. And then we could each have our own separate chapters when we could talk about things that we wanted to talk about that the other one, maybe not necessarily that they didn't want to talk about, but maybe just so we could have our own branching and have our own solo episodes as such. And if one couldn't participate, the other one could, and we could continue this. We're both still trying to find names for our solo episodes, but I think we'll be able to find something relatively soon. Wink wink to Christopher. My episodes will deal more with, well, nerdy stuff. Actually, both of our episodes will. I'll let Christopher tell you more about his when he makes his own episode. For mine, I will be dealing with a lot of Let's Play videos, Army updates, books I've read recently, maybe some comics I've read, things that have happened, and RPGs that I've been playing with other nerd friends of mine on campus. I thought I would take this opportunity to also explain why I do this. Christopher can explain himself. We decided to make the Poe-Cast, as explained in the first episode, but really because we both, well, one, if you know Christopher or I, we both love to talk. And it's amazing that we're friends because we both talk so much. Whenever one of us is really quiet, the other one gets worried. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking? I'm really tired. Okay, you had me scared for a minute. That kind of thing. But at any rate, we both love to talk, and especially why not do something where we can both talk about things that we love and we want to share with other people to enjoy. I know as for myself, I am a storyteller. I love telling stories. I'm not as good at it as Christopher is, but I enjoy telling stories in my own way. I also enjoy having fun. As you know, I'm an actor. I am actually studying at Lindenwood University for musical theater and dance. So I'm very artsy, which is surprising. I'll probably talk about some artsy stuff such as theater and dance on this channel as well, though it'll be at a later date. We may even talk about it on the Poe-Cast. Still have to talk to Christopher about that. Anyway, this is the first episode. It's really short. It's going to be very bad recording quality as I'm recording with my really crummy camera. Well, it's not crummy, it's a good crummy camera. I'm sorry, Mr. Canon, I love Canon cameras, but you're a crummy Canon camera. I'm sorry. It's okay, Canon camera. It's okay. I'll show you a video of what my tripod is currently, but I will probably be updating my camera after a few episodes. I don't know how many of these I'm going to make, or if it'll even stick. If it does, awesome, but once again, it'll probably end up me and Christopher saying once again, you know, who cares if anyone else doesn't listen to it? We enjoy doing it and putting it out there for people to enjoy. So, this is my first episode. I think I'm going to show you around my room now. Pardon if the cuts seem weird. I'm just starting to learn how to cut and edit videos, so snip, snip. As you could probably tell, this was my office behind me. You can see my painting area and my comics and such, all of that. I have my posters. I think you would find it pretty amazing that someone would walk into my room and that they would say that they didn't know they had never seen Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. I'm surprised they left the room alive considering what's going on in my room all the time. As you can probably tell, I still really do enjoy literature and read quite a lot whenever I get the chance. Literature. Yeah. So, Army update. This is currently my work army at the time. You can see my bits and sprues. War Boss Fragbutt and his little entourage are doing pretty well, just hanging out there, running around. Focus. Focus. I still have to paint the Luda boy. And all the other orc boys as well. So currently I am going to be taking part of a Pathfinder RPG with some friends of mine. I might post some videos on this or on a third channel, which I will explain in a little bit. So I went bits shopping today, and I was very excited with my haul. Okay, hold on, 3 seconds. So I went bits shopping today, and I was very excited with my haul. As you can see, I got quite a few bits that I can use. Well, I'm dropping them left and right. This will be used for scratch builds and such. I was also excited to find a bunch of these rare Battlefleet Gothic bits, which I'll use for War Boss Fragbutt's flagship when I make a scratch build ship. But going back to the RPG, I went to the fantasy store today and where I got my bits, and I couldn't find a dwarf miniature figure that I could use for this RPG. Now I'm playing as a dwarf monk, and here's all his character stuff. I might explain him in a later episode, but he's gonna be really fun to play as. Currently, right now, this is all I have. I found him for $1 though, so it's gonna be a lot of fun to mod him. I got some extra arms, and I'll make him a little neat hat, and he's got a cool CAG that's gonna go on his back, and all in all, he will be a regular BA character. I'm sorry if this video seems really sporadic and stuff. I didn't really plan. I tried to plan as much as I could, but you know Benjamin, when he doesn't really plan things, he just goes by the seat of his pants. Sometimes it still turns out okay, but it just seems really weird. I don't know what I'm talking about now, I'm just rambling. I'm sorry. I suffer from ADHD, in case you tell. Apparently I can't speak either. ADHD will kick in a lot. Get used to it. But I'll try to keep it in check. So anyways, the third channel that I was talking about, or technically fourth, because with the general ideas of me and Christopher is we'll have our regular Poe-Cast channel. We'll have this channel you're listening to, which would be my channel, which will later get a title. Then there'll be one that Christopher does, where Christopher talks about stuff that he likes, literature, etc. Even more literature. Where Christopher will talk about more literature and stuff, probably, but still vaguely the same things I'm talking about, just different subjects in his own way. Then the fourth channel would be a combined goofy, essentially goofy, just me and Christopher doing fun projects, such as maybe funny video jokes, etc. Little tutorials, fun stuff like that. I might even do tutorials in this channel. I might even do a speed painting of my orc knob, which actually that will definitely be happening. I will be doing a speed painting of my orc knob, and maybe even of my little dwarf, which I showed you earlier. His name is Kieran. I believe that's Celtic for a little pile of rocks, just like a Cairn Terrier, which my mom raises. It's really fun because that RPG is also going to be Celtic based, or Celtic based. Some people say Celtic based. Well, I think this is about it for the first episode. I'm going to have a lot of fun cutting and editing. I'm going to have a lot of fun cutting and editing this, so bear with me if it seems really crummy. I promise with practice it'll probably get better. Anyways, I'm Benjamin, and this is my segment of the Poe-Cast, currently untitled and still searching for a theme song. I'm Benjamin, signing off. Apparently I can't speak either, but you know, orcs are really cool. So are dwarves. They're my favorite races. Squirrel! Orcs and dwarves are my favorite, especially orcs and dwarves. Dwarves are really cool though, but orcs are really mean. But it's a lot of fun. You know, Benjamin with spare time and all that, he doesn't really have much of it, and when he does sing things by